Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of RPGs with Paddy. I'm Paddy. I just want to give a quick update on where I am with my reviews for Cthulhu by Gaslight. In particular, I'm posting another video today that says there will be some Dungeons & Dragons Vecna videos coming soon, over the next few months anyway. And that's absolutely true, but I just want to reassure you that I'm not abandoning my main passion, which is Cthulhu by Gaslight. Actually, I'm just taking some extra time to go more in depth with the upcoming reviews, hopefully without making my reviews much longer than they already are. So, after finishing the reviews for Sacraments of Evil, I got stuck into going over the dark design scenarios again. I've gone through them, of course, I've played some of them. But I have my thoughts on those scenarios, all right. But there's something in those scenarios that's absolutely fantastic. At the end of the first scenario, Eyes for the Blind, and at the third scenario, Lord of the Dance, there are some suggested readings and bibliographies. There's nothing for the middle scenario, the Menace from Sumatra. So what I'm doing is I'm going through those books now to see if they would influence my reviews at all. I think it's a good idea to include these in the published scenarios, and I usually try to give any recommended readings, suggested fiction in my reviews of any scenario. There's a lot in the Mythos universe that people are not necessarily aware of, so it's always good to get recommendations. This is specifically linked to this scenario. The books I'll be looking at are The Anubis Gates by Tim Powers, Homunculus by James Blaylock, I think, Infernal Devices by K.W. Jeter, I think. The novel of a few books by Arthur Machen, the novel of the Black Seal, the Red Hand, and the something pyramid, the Shining Pyramid, I think. The Lord of the Dance, which is in a collection, and I'll be looking at the Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath again, of course by Lovecraft. And finally, I'll also be looking, I don't know if you'll see this with my virtual background, maybe here it will. I'm also going to be looking at this book as well, which has been on my shelf for a while, but I haven't got around to reading it, which is The Dream Quest of Velvet Bow by Kij Johnson. Sorry, I was going to say Kit Johnson, but Kij Johnson, which I believe is a kind of a modern reimagining of the Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath. So I'll see if there's any connection worth mentioning in the reviews. So that's the reason for the delay in my reviews. I'm currently reading The Anubis Gates, which has been on my reading list for a long time. It's also recommended in the third edition of Cthulhu by Gaslight. Finding time to read is a little bit difficult with a baby and the long commute to work. And unfortunately, while the audiobook does exist, they don't have the license to sell it in Japan. But, I'm making my way through it and it's quite good so far. The next few books, Homunculus and Infernal Devices, are on Audible, so I'll give them a listen once I finish my current audiobook. I'm currently listening to The Fold by Peter Clines, my namesake, having just finished 14 by the same author. These ones are not Gaslight at all, but I really recommend both of them. I'll be giving fiction reviews on them at some point in the future. If anyone from Chaosium ends up watching this, I really love when you give those recommended readings or bibliographies with scenarios or with books like that. So yeah, please include them in the newest version of Gaslight as well. Have you guys read any of the titles I've mentioned here? I'd love to hear your opinions on them, and I'll work them into my upcoming reviews if they're appropriate. So that's all for today, but don't forget to like and subscribe if my content is of interest to you. Take it easy, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye!